Hello, I'm Dr. David Feeney. Welcome to our course. I'm the guy in the center of the picture, surrounded by my student friends. You can see the title of our course on your screen, as well as my email address, my cell phone number, and my website. Okay, folks, on the big board behind me, you'll see our focus for this week, Education in the News. I'll be reviewing these education stories taken from the news that accentuate this week's discussion topics. Our first focus this week, Racial Divide Prevalent in Higher Education Report Finds. In Education Week, Kara Lee Adams discusses a racial gap in higher education and how it's growing and resulting in unequal student success, according to a new report from Georgetown University's Center on Education and the Workforce. White students in the United States are much more likely to attend selective colleges where resources are more plentiful and the likelihood of graduation is higher. Students who are Hispanic or African American and other minorities are mostly enrolling in open access and community colleges. Since 1995, more than 80% of new white student enrollments have been at the top 468 colleges, while more than 70% of new African American and Hispanic enrollments have been at our nation's open access 2- and 4-year colleges. Overrepresentation of white students at the most elite colleges is increasing, while as the share of college-age students overall has decreased. The white share of enrollments at open access institutions dropped from 69 to 58% between the years 1995 and 2009. For students who test in the top half of the nation's high schools and then attend college, 51% of white students got a bachelor's degree or higher, compared with only 34% of African American students and 32% of Hispanic students. This matters because going to a selective college gives students a distinct advantage, as these schools spend from 2 to 5 times as much on instruction per student as open access schools. The graduation rate for African Americans and Hispanics who attend one of the top 468 colleges is 73%, compared with 40% for equally qualified minority students who attend open access institutions. Advocates for increasing college completion rates insist that more attention needs to be paid to minority students if the goal of the United States as the world leader in college graduates is to be met. While students in the United States are much more likely to attend a selective college, students who are Hispanic or African American are mostly enrolling in open access and community colleges. Our second focus this week comes from USA Today by Elizabeth Weiss. American Sign Language is close to surpassing German as the third most studied foreign language at America's colleges and universities. Only 4,500 more students study German than study American Sign Language, and enrollment in classes for the gesture-based American Sign Language used by the deaf increased 16% since the last survey 3 years ago. The percent of students taking a foreign language are Spanish, 51%, French, 12%, German, 5.7%, American Sign Language, 5.4%, and Italian, 4.8%. An estimated 20 million Americans have measurable hearing loss, and American Sign Language, or ASL, is the primary language of between 250 to 500,000 people. It appears to students who have deaf friends or family, are interested in healthcare, have a preference for visual learning, or even want to be more effective scuba divers. According to the Modern Language Association survey, 8.6% of college students at schools that teach a foreign language take a foreign language. Enrollment in language classes is up 6.2% since 2006. However, the percentage of students who study a foreign language peaked at its highest in 1965. Hoo-ah, everybody! You've come to the end of our presentation, and it is truly fist bumping time, even if you're someone who doesn't quite understand the concept of bumping fists. Well, folks, we've come to the end of our video presentation, and I hope that you found it practical and useful. I'm Dr. David Feeney saying I look forward to learning with and from you. And to all our hardworking students out there, I want to close by saying much respect, people, much respect. Take care. Bye now.